You're still watching One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. One nurses group is concerned over the lifting of the ban on new nursing programs. Camille Samonte tells us why.
The Commission on Higher Education on Wednesday announced the lifting of the moratorium on the opening of new nursing programs in higher education institutions. CHED Chairman Prospero de Vera said they reviewed the order as the country faces a shortage in health workers. The Philippines needs over 200,000 more nurses based on the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals requirement. However, there are only around 90,000 nurses in the country.
I remember there were calls at the height of the pandemic to lift the moratorium on nursing because of the perceived lack of nurses, especially at the height of COVID, and the lack of health personnel was seen as a critical issue during the height of COVID, both in terms of ensuring hospital care as well as ensuring the vaccination of Filipinos.
6 regions are in need of more nursing programs in their universities and colleges. CHED imposed a moratorium in 2011 following a decline in the quality of nursing graduates produced. But the Filipino Nurses United expressed their concern on the decision to lift the moratorium. This as only few were able to finish the program compared to the total number of enrollees. Based on the CHED data, around 165,000 students enrolled in the nursing program from academic year 2011 to 2015, but only over 28,000 graduated from BS Nursing. The number of passers in the nurses licensure exam also remains low. From 2017 to 2021, there are 93,000 examinees but less than half passed the exam.
Ang reflection nito ay ibig sabihin merong mga nursing schools na hindi nagpa-perform ng maayos. Kaya hindi po lahat ng nag-e-enroll ay nagtatapos bilang mga PSN graduates. Ang mas dapat palakasin ng CHED ay ang regulation ng mga nursing schools.
The group is worried that there will be more unemployed and underemployed nurses in the country with the opening of new nursing schools. The group also denies that there is a shortage of nurses in the Philippines. Many are just working abroad or switching jobs due to the low salary and benefits.
Meron pa tayong ibang mga nurses na license pero nagtatrabaho sa non-nursing jobs, no? Tulad halimbawa ng mga BPO or call centers at iba pa. Ang bilang na ito ay napunta dyan sapagkat mas mataas yung ino-offer na sweldo.
The FNU pointed out that opening back nursing programs won't solve the supposed lack of staff in hospitals. Instead, the government should work on providing higher salary and benefits for nurses to convince them to stay here in the country. For News 5, Camille Samonte, We Are One News.
Even as Europe suffers a devastating heat wave, the continent still uses more coal as the Russian-Ukraine war takes its toll on their fossil fuel supply. More in this Bloomberg Quick Take.
It's hot in London. The drawn-out heat wave hitting the UK has been deemed a danger to life. And it's not just Britain. Parts of Europe are expected to see temperatures above 40 degrees this summer. It's a stark reminder of climate change. In 2021, Brussels unveiled a suite of plans to meet the 2030 goal of reducing emissions by 55% from 1990 levels. €1 trillion was set aside for sustainable investments. But Russia's invasion of Ukraine has put the energy transition at a crossroads. Europe is reliant on gas piped from Russia. Now, countries have been returning to dirtier fossil fuels, which were already on their way out to keep the lights on. Germany is delaying the retirement of some coal and oil-fired power plants, and the Dutch are lifting a cap on power generated from coal. Legislators say that these measures will be temporary, but they mean that Europe will have to decarbonise faster later this decade in order to make up for the lost time and extra emissions. The heat is also putting its own pressures on the power grid. As more Europeans turn to air conditioning and electric fans, it could dwindle the energy supply further. And rivers are running low across Europe, lessening the generative power of hydroelectric plants. Looks like Europe is in for a long and hot summer.
And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us later at 12 noon as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. You can also catch One News on Signal Play app. Register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Riza Diaz. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.